All right, Orionites. It's week 6 and the first week of interleague play. A couple things I want to catch up on in the battle of Facebook of Wolf versus Buster. He was behind by 200 points last week. Now he's closed the deficit by 33 points. He was mere inches from putting his first home run over this season, while Buster, even with grunting, was still feet away from getting one out. So that's something again to keep a close eye on as it heats up. Another battle that's starting to brew is the battle of Dan Lorraine, Ron Connor versus myself. Right now I'm in a distant third place, which is sad in its own right. Uh, however, however, I'm going to battle back late. I'm going to be out the next 2 weeks, or at least from the home run title for the next 2 weeks. So hopefully when I get back from vacation, the finger feels a little bit better. I can start to hit a few home runs. And rumors. This league always has a number of rumors that pop up. A little bird told me that Team Miller is divided right now. Half the team apparently really enjoys Buffalo Wild Wings in their menu. The other half has no desire to go there. I think this is something to keep an eye on. Miller's team has always in the past done really well as far as their pre and post game meals. A full stomach is a happy man in the Miller family. That's how they work, and so something to keep an eye on. Onto the picks. See if I can do better than last week. Last week I was 5-1, near perfection, but I strive for perfection. So the first game out at Friendship, we have Mahan versus Slater. Mahan went to the hat this weekend. I believe he got maybe a solid player. That means he's 3 to 4 more players away from fielding a quality defense. So I think a few more weeks of being short players, and he might have a team at the end of the year. Just might have 18 people show up at playoffs. The bad news for Slater is your guys' offense is poor. I really thought you guys would be more dynamic than you are. I know it's hurt that you guys haven't had Reed, and I'm assuming he's still out defensively. So because of that, I'm going to take Mahan by 2 in this game. The second game out at Friendship is going to be McCall versus Johansson. Probably everyone believes this is going to be the game of the week because you have two teams that are 3-0. Well, guess what? It's not. This one won't even be a game. I think this one's over early. I don't think Nate has the team that can battle against a team like McCall, who doesn't give up 2 to 3 errors an inning. I'm going to take McCall by 6 in this one. The early game out at JC, we have Sanchez versus Walls. Originally, I wasn't going to pick any game that Walls' team just was involved in. However, I'm going to pick this one because it's a no-brainer. Sanchez on JC is very difficult for any team to compete against them. I'm going to take them by 15. Last week I had him picked by 8, and Bobby gave me a bunch of grief that I didn't have their team dominated. And you know what? You're going to dominate this game, so I'm going to go by 15. The late game out at JC, I think this is actually going to be your game of the week. This is going to be Ralph versus Miller. Ralph's team is going to be either happy or sad, one of the two. I know they have a couple cases coming from someone on their team that struck out twice last week, so that could start the party earlier. You have Team Miller, who, as I said earlier, is divided over their Buffalo Wild Wings and their pre- and post-game meals. I think Ralph needs to mix up his lineup and put some of the younger guys earlier in the lineup to spread out some of the speed. I don't know if he does that this week, so I'm going to take Miller by 4. Hubbard in the early game, we got Barnes versus Stark here. Stark, you kind of screwed me by walking Buck, and that's kind of funny just to say in its own realm. But you intentionally walked Buck, and Walls made you pay for it. But this week, you're playing against Barnes, who they've been scoring some runs. They got beat pretty bad by Sanchez out of JC. I think Barnes is able to rally the troops, and even though the law firm of Mulder and Muska are just smashing the ball, I don't think those two guys alone can keep you in the game. So I'm going to take Barnes by 4 in this game. The night game out at Hubbard. This right here is boring. It's boring. Brink, your team is boring. Brink, you're going to win by 2.